Yeah, we'll do number. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the academic procession and the Chancellor.
I declare that the 627th Convocation of McMaster University for the conferring of degrees is now in session.
Please be seated. Good afternoon and welcome. I am Dr. Susan Tai, and I have the privilege of serving as McMaster University Provost and Vice President Academic. This afternoon, I have the great pleasure of serving as your Master of Ceremony and welcoming all of you, graduates and guests, to this convocation ceremony. On behalf of the university, I would like to acknowledge that today we meet on the traditional territories of the Mississauga and Haudenosaunee nations, within the lands protected by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. We must remember that we have a role in upholding the spirit of this agreement, which urged for the peaceful sharing of Earth's resources. We also must not forget that by merely acknowledging our presence on these traditional lands is only a small step on our shared path towards reconciliation. I challenge you to consider how you can foster reconciliation among the many peoples that inhabit these lands. I would like to start today's proceedings by acknowledging some of the notable leaders joining me on stage today. Our Chancellor, Ms. Santi Smith, President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. David Farrar, Vice President and Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences, Dr. Paul O'Byrne, Executive Vice Dean and Associate Vice President, Academic, Faculty of Health Sciences, Dr. Susan Denberg, Associate Vice President, Global Health, Dr. Andrea Baumann, Vice Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Steve Ranilovic, Vice Provost, International Affairs, Dr. Bonnie Ibua, Vice Deans, Associate and Assistant Deans, Chairs, McMaster and Niagara Region Campus, faculty members, and honored guests. Before we start our formal program, I ask you kindly to switch off your electronic device that may ring or beep during the ceremony. I would now like to call upon Chancellor Ms. Santi Smith to deliver the Thanksgiving address and make her own welcoming remarks.
Nyawe, thank you, Provost Tai. Sego Sewaguego, greetings, everyone. Welcome, honored guests, staff, friends, family, colleagues, and faculty from McMaster University and Niagara Regional Campus. And most importantly, graduands. What an exciting day to share and to celebrate accomplishments and to extend our gratitude. I'm pleased to share with you the Ohandu Galiwadegwe, the words spoken before all else, also called the Thanksgiving Address, spoken in Gaingeha, the Mohawk language. Sewatahosios ne gatne galiwesa, ne ona ne angalihohetste ne ganawalardonsula. These words of wisdom intend to unite our mind and our hearts in acknowledgement, to give thanks, affirm our interdependence, to cultivate compassion and kindness to all living entities, and to remind us of our responsibilities for sustaining nature's delicate balance and to encourage peaceful coexistence in alignment with the immensity of creation. Daitinu walara ne ongwe su'a e tonayonto hage ne negwat negula. We offer greetings and gratitude to people, human beings, our ancestors, our family, our friends. So be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne yetini stoha johonjade e tonayonto hage ne negwat negula. We give thanks to Mother Earth, for she provides us with everything that we need to survive and thrive. So be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne gane galunyo eto na yonto hage ne nagwat nigula. We give greetings and gratitude to the waters, from the oceans to the streams, to the waters flowing in our body, and the water that quenches our thirst. Water is life, so be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne gongjong su'a eto na yonto hage ne nagwat nigula. We give thanks to the fish life who help to purify the waters and provide us with nourishment. So be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne yotunduni eto na yonto hage ne nagwat nigula. We offer greetings and gratitude to all of the plant life, from the grasses to the medicines, which help to purify and strengthen our bodies. So be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne odzit na wasu'a eto na yonto hage ne nagwat nigula. We give thanks to the insects who help to pollinate the plants. So be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne jon hekwa eto na yonto hage ne nagwat nigula. We offer greetings and gratitude to our sustenance foods for nourishment and for their medicine. So be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne wahyariyunta eto na yonto hage ne nagwat nigula. We give thanks to all of the fruit who help to nourish our body. So be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne gondiryon eto na yonto hage ne nagwat nigula. We offer greetings and gratitude to all animals, many who sacrifice their lives to help sustain us, who are our guides and teachers. So be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne zito ongu'a eto na yonto hage ne nagwat nigula. We give acknowledgement to the birds whose beautiful singing uplift our spirit, bringing peace and calm to our hearts. So be it in our minds. Daitinu walaro ne galunda ongu'a eto na yonto hage ne nagwat nigula. We give thanks to every species of tree. We cannot live without the oxygen they provide us. Their roots and sap provide nourishment and cleansing for our body. We are grateful for their shelter and shade, so be it in our minds. Daiti nuwalara ne zower la warnier eto na yonto hagetne naguat nagula. We offer greetings and gratitude to the circulating winds who travel the earth, bringing new life and breath. Through observing the winds, we recognize the cycling of the seasons and the messages about the environment, so be it in our minds. Daiti nuwalaro ne ladiwerlas eto na yonto hagetne naguat nagula. We give greetings to grandfather thunderers for purifying the air and awakening the earth and awakening us. Their powerful voices of thunder and lightning bring on replenishing and rejuvenating rains. So be it in our minds. Tatsi tawanuwalaro ne anjangeni galakwa eto na yonto hagetne niguat nigula. We offer greetings to our eldest brother's son, who appears consistently each morning to provide us with sunshine, protection, and energy for all living things to survive. So be it in our minds. Daiti nuwalaro ne asatanega wat nirele eto na yonta haget ne naguat nigula. We give greetings to Grandmother Moon for lighting up the nighttime sky and for her powerful pull on the waters, governing of cycles, women, and birth. So be it in our minds. Daiti nuwalaro ne yudzisto huarlunyo eto na yonta haget ne naguat nigula. We give greetings and thanks to the stars, to the cosmos, for providing us with guidance, direction, and dazzling our eyes as we look up into the nighttime sky. So be it in our minds. Daiti nuwalaro ne deyonkiaradon eto na yonto haget ne naguat nigula. We give acknowledgement to our protectors, our spiritual guardians, who provide us with clarity of mind and peace in our hearts. So be it in our minds. Datsi dawanuwalaro ne gansant stanza logoa sa uyela eto na yonto haget ne naguat nigula. We give greetings to creation, the immense creative energy that lives and moves in every entity and that lives and moves in all of us. Da eto ni kawanage da eto. This address that I just gave is a very shortened, humble acknowledgement and a reminder of the immensity of the creative living universe of which we are a small part. It frames our responsibilities as protectors of nature and upholders of skana, which means peace and balance. Peace and balance within ourselves and in relation to kin, community, and environment. And on the note of gratitude, we are grateful to be present in this moment, in acknowledgement and celebration of all of your achievements, and to recognize each graduate for the energy, dedication, and perseverance in your journey to complete your degree here at McMaster University. It's an exciting day for all of you who are graduating, and often more exciting for the people who have supported you along the way, and in many cases, played a key role in you being here. Today, we acknowledge the special care, support, and guidance from family, friends, colleagues, and McMaster University's staff and faculty. Graduands, you've accomplished a great deal to get to this moment. Celebrate, be reflective, enjoy this time, soak it all in, and we look forward to what your future life experiences may bring to this world. Yoyanale, congratulations, and enjoy the ceremony.
Thank you, Chancellor Smith. I would now like to introduce the Vice President and Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences, Dr. Paul O'Byrne, to make their opening welcoming remarks and then present the honorary degree recipient.
Chancellor Smith, President Farrar, Professor Schmidt, guests, and of course, most importantly, members of the class of 2023. my thanks to you for the immense privilege of speaking to you this afternoon at your convocation. You are a graduating class that is almost unique in the history of McMaster University with regards to the challenges you have faced, and I offer my most sincere congratulations on having achieved your goal of graduating today. Your experience as students at McMaster will be forever linked to an organism 125 nanometers in diameter, the SARS-CoV-2 virus. Like all coronaviruses, SARS-CoV-2 mutates rapidly, making it a very elusive target for any vaccine. I can remember very clearly a conversation that I had in March 2020 with a world-renowned virologist who is a faculty member here at McMaster, who believed that it would likely be impossible to develop a vaccine for COVID-19. This was because of the speed with which the RNA viruses mutate. As a result, nobody had ever created an effective vaccine for any coronavirus, although several, such as the SARS and MERS viruses, had caused previous major epidemics of severe respiratory disease. However, on July 14th, 2020, just 4 months after the start of the pandemic was announced by the World Health Organization, Moderna announced its COVID-19 vaccine had been effective in human trials. And within weeks, 4 other teams made similar announcements. Each represented a breakthrough delivered under the extreme pressure of a ticking clock and lives lost. The foundation for the development of these novel vaccines had an important McMaster contribution. Dr. Frank Graham, working at McMaster University in the 1970s, had developed a human adenoviral vector and demonstrated that these viral particles could introduce messenger RNA into cells and alter their function. This brilliant insight, made almost 50 years ago, led to the development of both the Ad5 and messenger RNA vaccines that changed the course of the COVID pandemic and saved many millions of lives. While the creation of these new vaccines were showing the world the power of science, we had other insights to consider, as experts, both real and self-proclaimed, tried to communicate what was being learned about COVID-19. As the pandemic intensified, some of the most knowledgeable scientists appeared to lose credibility because of the need to change their opinions and recommendations, but often without letting their audiences know of the challenging processes of understanding a rapidly mutating virus. The public, of course, craved certainty, and many people turned to anyone who repeated a confident, unshakable message, whether it was supported by solid evidence or not. The result was confusion, discord, and the erosion of trust in both experts, institutions, and indeed science itself. There is, I believe, a clear lesson to be learned from the pandemic about the importance of transparent and accountable communication. That kind of communication that begins with self-awareness. We must understand our own shortcomings and the weaknesses in our own arguments and assertions. Now, it is, of course, very common for all of us to experience some level of the imposter syndrome. You will find, as you begin your careers, that your trust in your own knowledge and your abilities is often shaken. And for many of us, the reflex response to that anxiety is to deny the doubts. We tell ourselves that we must act with even more confidence to gain the trust of colleagues, of patients, and of the public. The experience of living through the pandemic has shown that decision makers who present their views with humility and who are honest about what they do not know are the people who earn and maintain trust. Everyone, particularly patients who are vulnerable and often intimidated by situations they must navigate, is worth and worthy of honest communication. And we need to be humble enough to acknowledge when we are not certain, or even the uncertainty intent in established dogmas. The other thing the pandemic proved is that collectively we can solve even apparently insurmountable challenges. The quest for what was considered an unachievable COVID-19 vaccine revealed that when we have talent and resources focused by urgency and amplified by collaboration, we have almost limitless potential as a society. And this is how we will solve all our most challenging problems. Under the right circumstances, we can solve almost anything, from personal challenges to planetary crises. At a time when it is far too easy to be fearful and pessimistic, our achievements during the pandemic can serve as a template for progress that instills optimism and hope. This hope is exemplified by you as graduates from McMaster University, a world-class institution where the concept of evidence-based decision-making was conceived and belief in it is paramount. I know that the education you have received here is the basis upon which you will shape our future. Once again, my most sincere congratulations on your graduation and on the adaptability, endurance, and accomplishments that have resulted you in being here today. Thank you. It is now my very great privilege to introduce to Convocation our honorary degree recipient for this Convocation this year. Chancellor Smith, by the authority of McMaster University, I have the honor to present Hendrikus Gerard Schmidt. Hendrikus Schmidt, known to us all as Henk, is one of the earliest and most influential champions of problem-based learning, the revolutionary approach to learning developed at McMaster University half a century ago. Dr. Schmidt, who played a key role in the founding of the medical school at Maastricht University in the Netherlands, worked closely with the McMaster-based creators of PBL to adapt the approach to the distinct character and needs of Maastricht, making that university the second in the world to feature problem-based learning. In the decades since then, Dr. Schmidt has helped PBL proliferate internationally and was instrumental in adapting PBL to other disciplines, including psychology, economics, law, social sciences, and architecture. Dr. Schmidt is currently a university professor of psychology at Erasmus University and the founder of the school's problem-based learning curriculum. From 2009 to 2013, he was the Rector Magnificus, the equivalent of the Vice-Chancellor of Erasmus University in Rotterdam, where he also served as the Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences and the founding Dean of the Institute of Psychology. Previously, he held a number of positions at Maastricht University, where he was a professor of cognitive psychology, professor of health professions education, and dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences. As an expert in learning and memory, Dr. Schmidt's research has influenced subjects including PBL, long-term memory, and the development of expertise. Twice, he has earned the Outstanding Paper by an established investigator award from the American Educational Research Association. And in 2015, he was identified as the most cited researcher in the field of PBL. In fact, 2 papers he co-authored with McMaster's Jeff Norman were ranked by 2 separate reviews as being among the top 4 medical education-related papers of all time. Dr. Schmidt has been president of the Dutch Psychological Association, chairman of the Dutch Society for Research into Higher Education, and Associate Secretary General of the Network of Community-Oriented Educational Institutions for Health Sciences. His work has been recognized worldwide with a series of visiting professorships, including appointments at McGill University, the University of Bern, and the University of Cape Town. And he was the R. Samuel McLaughlin Professor at McMaster University, the L. Verhagen Professor at Limburg University Centre in Belgium, and a speaker at the Nobel Forum. He is currently a visiting professor at Nanyang Technological University in Singapore and a professor of medical education at the King Saud bin Abdulaziz University for Health Sciences in Saudi Arabia. Dr. Schmidt received the inaugural Award for Excellence in Research into Medical Education from the Karolinska Institute in Stockholm and the American Education Research Association Distinguished Career Award. He was named one of the top 200 Dutch scientists by the Royal Dutch Academy of Sciences, and in 2013 became a Knight of the Dutch Lion. Chancellor Smith, Hendrikus Gerard Schmidt, is a world champion and innovator of problem-based learning, a leader in the field of medical education, and a tremendous partner to McMaster University. I ask that you confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
Hendrikus Schmidt, by the authority of McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to confer upon you the degree Doctor of Science, honoris causa, in McMaster University, with all the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree.
Thank you very much.
Can you sign your name? Yeah. I would now like to invite Dr. Schmidt to deliver the convocation address.
Okay, thank you. Dear Chancellor, President of McMaster University, Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences, graduates and guests, I am deeply honored to receive an honorary doctorate today. I feel the more esteemed because it's McMaster University that has endowed me with the honor. Let me clarify. I visited McMaster for the first time in the 70s. I was a young educator working at a new Dutch medical school that has adopted problem-based learning as its main approach to learning and teaching, following this university's example. I came to Hamilton to study the tutorial process in the hope of learning something that could be implemented in my own university, Maastricht University. Attending my first tutorial group, I was amazed to see how informally students and tutors interacted with each other. Students were entirely free to exchange ideas with each other and accept feedback from their tutor. Lots of laughs were exchanged and shared, and intensive deliberations took place. A level of intellectual fun that was unknown in my own country, in higher education. It was clear to me that we needed outside help to change the culture of higher education in my country. McMaster was willing to provide that help. Victor Neufeld, a professor of internal medicine, became an extremely successful external consultant to my medical school. So successful that new curricula such as law, economics, psychology also adapted problem-based learning, making Maastricht University an entirely problem-based university until this day, 50 years later. And I am extremely happy that you, Vic Neufeld, are on the first row in the audience. The role of McMaster goes far beyond its influence in the Dutch university system. At a certain stage, at the end of the 90s, more than 10% of all medical schools in the world, 140 medical schools, called themselves problem-based, following the example of this university, of this Faculty of Health Sciences. And McMaster's approach can be considered a precursor of what is now known as active learning. Active learning, ladies and gentlemen, is the belief that students, in order to learn, have to engage themselves actively with subject matter by discussing its contents, relating it to prior knowledge, elaborating on it, etc., etc. Active learning has come to fruition in STEM education, after physics professors began to discover that engineering students, after a course of Newtonian mechanics, were able to do all the computations, but often lacked any understanding of the counterintuitive ideas underlying Newton's laws. Active learning has been underlying such new approaches as the flipped classroom, team-based learning, and peer teaching, and McMaster was in the forefront of these developments. Effects of problem-based learning itself have also been studied extensively. We know now, for instance, that graduates from problem-based curricula are better than graduates from conventional schools at communicating with patients, collaborate better with others, graduate with fewer delays and fewer dropouts, have excellent clinical skills, and are good at clinical reasoning. This research is talking about you, young graduates of this institution. It means that you are very well prepared by your alma mater to enter professional life, be it as a researcher or as a practitioner. McMaster is also the birthplace of another important development that came to dominate medical education, the study of clinical reasoning. Interestingly, it was problem-based learning that provided the initial push for such studies. In the 70s of the last century, many believed that medical knowledge was increasing at such pace that medical students were not any longer able to learn everything there was to learn. Perhaps medical education should focus on teaching students the thinking and reasoning skills necessary to become good doctors, rather than on the subject matter of medicine. Students should be taught a reasoning technique called hypothetical deduction. It was, however, a research team led by Jeffrey Norman, a nuclear physicist turned medical educator, and by the way, a professor of clinical epidemiology on the side, and he is also here in the audience, a very good friend. It was his team that showed that hypothetical deduction cannot be taught because it's hardwired in the brain. Not only accomplished physicians are used to arrive at a diagnostic hypothesis, but first-year students, medical students, did this as well. And it was this groundbreaking study and the many that followed that have changed the ideas that physicians and other health professions hold about the nature of their cognitive processes while solving the diagnostic problems of their patients. My own work in this area was always informed by their findings. In summary, I made clear that my own intellectual development was to a large extent shaped by this institution, by McMaster University. For that, I am grateful, perhaps even more than I am grateful for the honor received today. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Schmid. I would now like to welcome Dr. David Farrar, President and Vice Chancellor, to present the graduates to our Chancellor for admission to their degrees.
Will the graduands please stand? This is the best part. They turn the lights up and we get a chance to see you all here in person. Madam Chancellor, on behalf of McMaster University Senate, I present to you these candidates and those in absentia in order that you may confer the appropriate degrees upon them, and I bear witness that they are worthy and suitable.
Graduands, by my authority and that of the McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to admit those before me today and those in absentia to their individual degrees at McMaster University with all the rights and privileges pertaining to those degrees. My sincere congratulations to you all. Please be seated.
Graduates, I would now like to ask each of you to join us on stage so that the Chancellor and I can welcome you into the McMaster community of scholars. I would be delighted to shake your hand or to fist bump or to acknowledge your accomplishments without touching. The Chancellor will acknowledge your accomplishments without touching. Congratulations.
Honored guests, so that each graduate's name may be heard, it would be appreciated if, during the presentation of the graduates, you would hold your collective applause to the end of each degree category. Thank you. Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Arya Afsahi. Alison Kate Gitor. Agata Monika Kielszek. Kim Fo. Celeste Elizabeth Seward. Matthew David Surrett. Ahmed Noor Ali. Sofia Garacia. Vanessa Georgina de Rubis. Omotola Olamide Lasupo. Sandor Desmond Haas-Neal. Chitmandeep Kaur Yosan. Lauren Alyssa Mastro Giacomo. Bahar Amani. Nirushi Neela Kuthanasan. Mario Simanowski. Michael Ebek Kalu. Monika Novak Pavlic. Karen Lindsay Strike.
Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the graduates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy and Doctor of Medicine. Saad Ahmed Syed. Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Science. Mercy Charity Dhaka. Claudia Istapan Tayero. Kartik Shachur. Tiffany Chen. Noah James Smith. Samantha Aurora. Julia Machaevsky. Dominica Boran. Jack Chen. Dana Mickelson. Rangana Hamsali Talpe Guruga. Zoriana Babe. Jocelyn Okormea Awuku. Nicole Chevrier. Julia Nicole Chevrier. Hiba Chugati. Daniel Anthony Conrad. Laura Ann Grennan. Thomas Alexander Horman. Nicole Suzanne Kathleen Kucheran. Mary Macarios. Heather Lauren Millman. Michael William Morton. Jordan Valentina Mulkevich. Jordan Rock. Sarah Nicole Salerno. Minomi Kalpana Suban Pandita. Tanis Kayla Uldricks. Ryan Donsky. Marissa Maibo Lee. Shagaye Mirbaha. Ryan Raftis. Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Masters of Speech Language Pathology. Shara Chaudhry. Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Master of Public Health. Jenna Sarah Ashley. Hillary Amelia Barron. Dalvir Burke. Christian Garzo Camargo. Rachel Correa. Hanson Cummings. Hannah Rebecca Diaz. Matthew C.J. Fernandez Melo. Emma Kovics. Chiboza Julia Orwiwa. Erin Catherine Smith. Francis Tebu. Barka Talat.
Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Doctor of Medicine. Yazan Ubu Youssef. Munib Ahmed. Isabel Barbara Anderson. Tharani and Polygon. Tessa Anzai. Oliver Archer Antonson. Eric Ascari. Saad Asif. Ashish Bagshi Clark. Fadi Bahodi. Rishi Bunsal. Natasha Bauer Maison. Peter Bellius Siotis. Jonathan Bellini. Haley Bensky. Isabel Mary Logan Burchell. Brittany Bishop. Natalie Blizniak. Humaira Budu. Jennifer Elizabeth Butler. Ijaz Kauser. Renata Kakachi. Yevon Cha. Jenny Chan. Aikancha Chawla. Zain Chima. Andrew Tiger Chen. Jay Chen. Jennifer Mingmei Chen. Michelle Chen. Celine Chen. Vivian Chen. Richard Cheng. Justin Shun Doug Chu. Wanjae Cho. Alexandra Vivian Clarizio. Sean Cowden. Josiah Coolin. Sonia Cooey. Emily Ding Au. Nam Fung Do. Jeffrey Elder. Karam Elsoa. Linnea Brooke Coral Philby. Dara Fitzpatrick. Anna Sophie Fortier. Angela Gao. Caitlin Melissa Geary. Asma Gafoor. Diljit Gill. Mario Hanna. Cameron Harper. Ferris Hayek. Henry He. Yoon Jae Hei. Vin Ho. Emily Jo Hughes. Rebecca Hunter. Anna Huang. Simerpreet Ichpuniani. Andrea Diane Ignat. Farmaz Jabari Zadeh. Trevor Jairam. Rahul Jayachandran. Gina Jang. Parmeet Kalon. Nadia Alexandra Anastasia Capitan. Ravina Kapoor. Anne Karamish. Mohammed Farhan Khalid. Mohammed Ali Khan. Shazaib Katak. Akshadeep Singh Kehra. Gloria Kim. Patrick Ji-young Kim. Sarah Forster Clapman. Etri Kokachier. Sai Saranya Kola. Spencer Coral. Kushal Kshatri. Timothy Yin Ting Kwan. Aidan Kwok. Jacqueline Lai. Anita LeMay. Sean Lazaro. Nachin Lee. Joseph William Lido. Christopher K. Locke Lee. Connie Lee. Leon Lee. Stephanie Lee. Isabella Liang. Silvio Leoniello. Amy Liu. Kevin Leo. Rachel Leo. Leanne Louie. Margaret McDonald. Amber Dawn McLeod. Malika Makar. Stephanie Marr. Alexander Mastrolonardo. Priscilla Matthews. Fatima Moser. Anika Munn. Elizabeta Moglen. Sabrina Musa. Paul Singh Mundra. Bradley Murphy. Anushka Nair. Cindy Hong Fu Quinn. Manraj Nijar. Dana O'Brien. Kikachuku Otiono. Arjun Pandey. Kirurthranan Pasumarthri. Avital Pitkus. Elliot Polster. Riva Ye Cho. Jonah Rakoff. Madeline Rampton. Rukia Runa. Gimitha Ratnayake. Sarah Roberts. Jessica Sadri. Saif Samari. Danya Maria Sanderson. Sajane Sathialasilan. Stephanie Charlotte Scott. William Scott. Kevin Shao. Alicia Sharma. Devika Singh. Surabhi Sivaratnam. Madeline Smith. Jack Sater. Amirthan Sathivanan. Samuel Cole Stager. Ari Stringer. Eric Sun. Inmo Sung. Malika Suresh. Mohammed Talvinder Kazanin. Leah Tessier. Emily Thornburn Windsor. Alexander Tulini. Cody Tran. Catherine Von Kampen. Celine Varecken-Smith. Murali Vinaraja. Erin Jessica Vink. Ashley Wang. Jeffrey Wang. Michael Wang. Colin Whaley. Michael Wong. Rebecca Bick Wong. Kathy Wu. Zuhair Yamin Yaqub. Elizabeth Diming Yang. Shuling Yang. Ting Yu. Yifei Yu. Min Chen Zhang. Carl Zhou. Bianca Ziegler.
Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Health Sciences, Midwifery. Maisha Nuha Ahmed. Munira Al-Mutari. Lara Abrahamian. Chelsea Arsenault. Olivia Marion Bowman. Haley Alexandra Caldwell. Madeline Rose Conyers. Krista Roseanne Crozier. Miranda Rochelle Curry. Sonia Tanu Daljit. Maria Ellen Drager. Sienna Dorothy Amelia Geary. Victoria Glenna. Aisha T. Jansen. Madeline Audrey Rose Jeffries. Jessica Nicole Kivel. Caitlin Krause. Melanie Claire Mackay. Eden Elise Morrissey. Courtney Tamara Malahi. Emma Elizabeth Redfern. Alana Roburn. Ifra Saeed. Saxon Isabel Slark Oates. Emily Nicole Sluzerac. Emily K. Toller. Nicole Marie Vint. Erica Christine Younger. Grace Yu.
Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Honors, Bachelor of Health Sciences. Amna Abbas. Roa Abdallah. Parnia Abgol Gassemi. Stephanie Tanash Abrokwa. Nabila Ahmed. Daniel Olushola Akinremi. Mohammed Al-Ajalouni. Nadine Al-Jabouri. Adnan Rad Al-Obaidi. Jadip Singh Alag. Heidi Amelia Aliong. Andrew Alexandrescu. Hefzibah Ojonuyu Ali. Kinza Sirat Ali. Justin Gordon Alvarado. Lana Mohammed Amoudi. Gregory Charalambos Anagnostopoulos. Shamega Arasaranat. Adam Ray Arca. Mackenzie Cameron Joelle Aubin. Rita Audi. Matthew Basik. Man Shripal Badami. Yaskiran Kaur Baines. Muskan Kaur Bajwa. Carla Hyang Bang. Yasmin Balalu. Ahmed Berry. Sandarai Banat. Andre Bogza. Juliana Botros. Noah Yukiro Brittain. Alexander Dominic Brown. Harini Bhuvanesan. Julia Celeste Papez Kara. Addison Chan. Cassandra Chan. Olson Gary Chan. Sachi Alexandra Chan. Ikra Babar Chaudhry. Gloria Chen. Jennifer Chen. Keith Chikin Chung. Jason Choi. Margaret Choi. Maitri Vipul Chokshi. Riya Chopra. Namrita Chauhan. Summer Lauren Grace Clark. Varun Coelho. Justin Michael Fortescue Cusato. Sufyan Dolvi. Devanshi Ramjibrai Darji. Aditi Das. Alicia Ann Deck. Anthony Nello Delfino. Savan Denha. Anushka Rakesh Desai. Harman Singh Dev. Manreet Dhaliwal. Natasha Kayla Moral Dawan. Josephine Ding. Monisha Divakaran. Catherine Claire Matthews Drover. Amina El Werfali. Adam Fayez El Kadi. Farah El Zoibi. Sarah Ziad El Kayed. Angelica Esteves Perez. Dawood Fayez. Michal Esther Fagas. Athena Elise Flores Miranda. Joseph Nagy Galab. Jessica Palin Gao. Runze Ga. Sinead Moira George. Fadi Ghanim. Kashaf Gilani. Rahavi Gnana Segar. Rajuta Kumari Hitendrashin Gohil. Anya Gojik. Matthew Grace. Samuel Edmund Graff. Darlene Queen Ha. JC Han. Jagjit Kaur Hara. Zara Hassan. Muhammad Taha Hassan. Emily He. Rebecca He. Lauren Isabel Heesels. Arwa Hilal. Kevin Hu. Renee Hu. Shani Yunshin Huang. Michaela Caitlin Hughes Butler. Lindsay Huyn. Kyobin Huang. Sandra Huang. Ibrahim Ihali. Abarna Ilongo. Rowan Ives. Kareem Jack. Andrea Jacob. Christian Alfonso Jacobson Perez. Julia Jean. Lauren Marie Jirick. Nima Karimi. Hannah Naveed Khan. Hassan Zarek Khan. Ramiz Wali Khan. Chavez Khan. Min Kyung Kim. Sunny Kim. David Klitovchenko. Shauna Ko. Yasmin Stephanie Kolar. Alexa Maria Korokis. Angelina Lam. Brian Wanfu Lan. Allison Marie Lawler. Hannah Mary Lay. Elaine Lay. Brendan James Lee. Christine Ann Lee. Rose Kathleen Fritz Leishman. Russell Y. Keat Leong. Grace Lethbridge. Athena J.Y. Lee. Elizabeth Lee. Karen Lee. Laura Hui Lin Lee. Nicholas Young Yan Lee. Oliver Ryan Lee. Xiaozhui Li. Allison Leong. Tony Liu. Runki Lin. Abigail Ann Eves Lisnick. Simran Lohit. Nicholas Lum. Julia Ma. Haley Ma. Kayla Jean Ree-Mac Askill. Will Joseph Grant McCauley. Bianca Maria Magdalenas. Mirab Majid. Athena Athanasia Mancini. Alexa Mansour. Daksha Marfatia. Veronica Danielle Martin. Anmol Kaur Marwaha. Ashwin John Matthews. Savan Mathur. Aishwarya Maxwell. Jordan Thomas Mayall. Morgan Tori Lee McEwen. Michelle Mayboob. Victoria Jiayi Meng. Sai Gayatri Metla. Jenna Rocky Mistry. Andrew Elia James Mitchell. Nicholas Mitchell. Ali Mobedi. Daniel Mobilio. Bianca Modi. Kruti Jayesh Kumar Modi. Amir Hussain Muqtadhar. Abdurrahman Mohammed. Shayan Noveen. Mariam Nabil Mohammed. Samiuddin Danish Mohammed. Mohammed Bilal Moeddin. Adnan Moinuddin. Parsa Morsali. Mahira Morshed. Nur Iza Muhammad Kari Leong. Sneha Mukherjee. Rachel Xuan Ting Na. Shiraz Mohammed Nawaz. Shannon O. Christina Jessica Osadchuk. Mariam Othman. Sean Pajak. Subin Park. Jaimini Mansukbai Patel. Mansi Patel. Rudra Jayendra Patel. Yash Kaushik Kumar Patel. Amy Paul. Jaden Philip Pereira. Anna Helen Phillips. Anuoloa Popoala. Ivy Kwan. Nathmi Minara Rajapaksa. Dylan Chanel Renasingh. Inara Ratani. Allison Beth Ree. Caleb James Reed. Asta Relan. Ryan Jack Ravila. Victor Ripan. Courtney Mackenzie Robb. Justine Lord Rodriguez. Kate Stephanie Rokas. Sylvia Monica Rudnicki. Amar Singh Sahota. Rhea Saini. Sudipta Shreya Samadar. Nishant Sarkar. Angela Michelle Schmidt. Ingrid Schwecht. Andrew Farrell Scott. Nardian Sedholm. Gerald Louis Sivagovia. Julia Selmani. Abithni Selvalraja. Virtues Dawn Serrano. Chandni Vinendra Shah. Minj Parimal Shah. Nirmay Shah. Zaina Shamli Ogli. Stanley Shen. Angelica Shretha. Ali Abdur Rahman Siddiqui. Karen Sidham. Melita Sikimik. Rachel Mia Simon. Vedish Milan Soni. Melissa Aaron Spiegel. Esther Sue. Shaolin Sue. Abhirami Sudarshan. Cynthia Sugumar. Jacob Cameron Sutowski. Jude Peter Zabo. Justin Baldos Shimchuk. Kevin Tabatabai. Umair Tahir. Nisha Manoj Kumar Taylor. Leslie Tan. Tasha Tejpal. Nick Teller. Helena Holya Tang. Aaron Tambia Pillay. Vetri Tangavilu. Edwin Thomas. Beverly Nee Tron. Vivian Sao Lin Trin. Donna Truong. Preston C. Ryan Chung Young So. Kavina Uthaya Kumaran. Avantika Vaidya. Megana Varambali. Rhea Varghese. Evan Alexi Varlies. Laura Michelle Venier. Alice Wang. Jessica Wang. Maggie Wang. Matthias Wang. Phoebe Wang. Tracy Wang. Catherine Wang. Ella Joy Westlake. Pak Hay Adrian Wong. Miranda Chenshin Wu. Tina Wu. Ji-Yu Wu. Cheng N.C. Anna Shah. Maria Xiao. Emily Shu. Leon Shu. Sama Abdulmalik Yahya. Rebecca Yakubov. Rose Yakubov. Marvin Yan. Marius Vinzon Solis Igonia. Kirsten Diana Yip. Tarim Yunas. Sharif Ramaz George Amin Yusuf. Ava Zarandi. Chelsea Catherine Zhang. Chen Chuan Zhao. David Zhao. Kevin Heda Zhao. Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Health Sciences. Zaim Khan. Annie Lee. Amanda Ho Ting Wan. Meng Zhang. Ryan Vo.
Let's give another round of applause for our graduates. I would now like to introduce you to Taha Hassan, a graduate of the degree honors Bachelor of Health Science, who will be delivering the valedictory address.
Chancellor Smith, President and Vice Chancellor Farrar, Provost and Vice President Tai, Dean and Vice President O'Byrne, Vice Presidents, Vice Deans, Associate Deans, Assistant Deans, faculty, staff, loving guests, and most of all, my fellow graduates from the class of 2023. My name is Muhammad Taha, and I'm honored to be speaking to you today as valedictorian. Today marks the completion of our incredible journey through the Faculty of Health Sciences, a journey that has taught us too much to say in such a short time. I could say that, for example, in the face of unprecedented challenges brought by the pandemic, our time at FHS taught us that by strengthening our resolve together, we could overcome even the most formidable of obstacles. I know that everyone in this room has people who have helped them overcome such obstacles. To my loving mama, baba, grandparents, and Zib, I would not be at this ceremony without your countless sacrifices and undivided support. Mama, you are my greatest inspiration, and I'm so proud to be your son. And to my dearest friends, faculty, and colleagues, I cannot express how grateful I am to you for believing in me these past few years. Please join me in briefly acknowledging and thanking the people in your lives who have made today possible for you. Now, I could also say that FHS instilled in us that in the field of health sciences, Pushing new boundaries is not just about acquiring knowledge. It's about connecting with others, seeking diverse perspectives, developing innovative solutions, be it medical breakthroughs, public health initiatives, evidence-based practice, or simply bringing comfort, hope, and care to those in need. And I could most definitely say that our time at FHS gave us the tools to create a brighter world, not only for ourselves, but for the countless lives we will touch. However, standing at this threshold, I must admit that I, like so many of you, am a bit scared. I'm scared of leaving this amazing institution, of losing beautiful friendships and relationships forged on surrounding streets like Arkell, Aylett, and Sussex, of the uncertainty in our futures as we step off this stage. But I find solace in this quote from Oscar Wilde, which I will share with you, who once said that if you know exactly what you want to be in life, you will become it. That is your punishment. It is actually not knowing what you want to be, having to reinvent yourself every single morning, not being a noun, but being a verb. That is a privilege. So don't be afraid of uncertainty. It's the most wonderful thing in the world. Of course, losing relationships is also not inevitable. Let us endeavor to remain connected and give thanks to our classmates, mentors, professors, facilitators, family and friends, and everyone else that has shaped us. And as we embark on this next journey, let us move forward with unwavering curiosity, courage, and optimism in the face of uncertainty. Finally, to you, my fellow grads, I extend my deepest admiration and congratulations. It has truly been a pleasure being your peer. The world and I eagerly await the great things each and every one of you will do. Thank you.
Thank you, Taha. May I again call upon the Dean and Vice President of Faculty of Health Sciences, Dr. Paul O'Byrne, who will present the President's Award for Outstanding Contributions to Teaching and Learning and the President's Award for Excellence in Student Leadership.
Would Dr. Caitlin Malarkey please come forward? The President's Award for Outstanding Contributions to Teaching and Learning is granted to those educators who, through innovation and commitment, have significantly enhanced the quality of their students' learning experience. It is my pleasure to announce that the winner of the President's Award for Outstanding Contributions to Teaching and Learning is Dr. Caitlin Malarkey. Congratulations, Dr. Malarkey. I encourage everyone to follow the QR codes listed in your program to read about Dr. Malarkey's outstanding contributions. Would Andrea Jacob and Helena Tang please come forward? The President's Award of Excellence in Student Leadership acknowledges the contributions made by students who play a significant role in improving and developing the intellectual, social, and/or cultural fabric of McMaster's community. It is my pleasure to announce that the winners of the President's Award of Excellence in Student Leadership are Andrea Jacob and Helena Tang. Many congratulations to you both. Once again, I encourage everyone to follow the QR code listed in your program to read about Andrea and Helena's outstanding contributions and accomplishments.
Congratulations, Dr. Malarkey, Andrea, and Helena. I would now like to draw your attention to the screen, which will feature a message from the McMaster Alumni Association.
Hello, I'm Kareem El-Imam. I graduated from McMaster in 2006 with a Bachelor's of Science. I'm the current president of the McMaster Alumni Association. In 1894, at the end of our university's first convocation, there were 16 McMaster alumni. Today, you join a family of more than 229,000 alumni in 144 countries. All of us have back memories, just like you do. We remember our classes and clubs, our labs and sports. We look back on friends and challenges, on Max places, and people, and we know that we share connections with thousands of other MAC grads. The McMaster Alumni Association's job is to give all of us, including you, pathways to connect and engage with our fellow grads and our alma mater. We can help you grow professionally, learn from fellow alumni, and take care of everything from insurance to real estate to financial services and so much more. Today is about you and your graduation, but when you're ready, your Alumni Association will be here. Until then, congratulations and welcome to the MAC Alumni family.
I now invite our President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. David Farrar, back to the podium to deliver his President's Address.
Chancellor Smith, distinguished guests, award winners, faculty, members of the McMaster community, members of the McMaster graduating class of 2023, friends and family. It is good to see you all here in person. The global pandemic we have experienced in the last few years has reminded us all of how fragile our lives really are and how much we need to be together. Members of the graduating class, one of the real privileges of my role as president is to speak to you on the occasion of your convocation, to offer congratulations on behalf of the university, and to tell you how proud we are of you, how proud I am of you. You have had a university experience like no other class. When you started at McMaster, very few people knew what a coronavirus was. Almost no one had used Zoom or Teams for meetings or classes. You might have taken an online course or two, but probably not an entire semester. And even those of you who are able to return to the learning environment in person, everything has changed. Now that you're back in person full time, but since you began your program, we have lived through a global pandemic, witnessed scientists around the world race to find new vaccines, watched policymakers make difficult decisions about healthcare, and experienced a lifetime of education in a few short years. We are back, but everything has changed. We're more acutely aware than ever of the possibility of future pandemics. We have faced the indisputable evidence of climate change and its negative impacts. A war has been raging in Europe for over a year, a catastrophe most of us thought not possible. Disinformation threatens to overwhelm facts and reality, and artificial intelligence appears to be outrunning our systems for managing it. The challenges seem so great. We need to find deliberate strategies to take on these significant questions and to make a difference. In the last couple of years, I've often thought about the insights from the psychologist Daniel Kahneman and his book, Thinking Fast and Slow. Kahneman argues that our thinking and decision-making are subject to all kinds of biases, fallacies, and error when we think fast. We give too much weight to the wrong things. We ignore or discard information that does not support our point of view. We pay attention to things that happened recently, but ignore events that happened some time ago. Kahneman invites us to think about thinking, to pay attention to what and how we are thinking, so that we can make better decisions. Thinking slow describes the kinds of things that happen during your university years. You spend time with people who are considered knowledgeable or expert in their fields. You examine data. You consider different perspectives. You look at history. You seek out information from beyond your bubble. You make time for conversation, for debate, to hear dozens of different viewpoints, interpretations, and theories. To hear the different points of view and interpretations and theories. To change your mind, to develop a more complex understanding of difficult issues, and to look for truth in unexpected places. The reality is we use a combination of both types of thinking every day. We don't have the luxury of thinking slow about every decision and every part of our day, so we identify those big questions where slow, deliberate, analytical thinking is required. During the first few years of the pandemic, we were required to make decisions in a hurry. Do we close the university to in-person learning? Do we wear masks when we're in public? How many should get vaccinated? At McMaster, we had the benefit of world-class researchers and thinkers who had been working on these kinds of issues for years, and that made our fast decision-making much easier. Undoubtedly, the last few years have given you the opportunity to reflect on what really matters to you and what your next steps will be. Maybe your passion will be to improve the delivery of health care in our communities, or maybe it will be to address inequality or social injustice in access to health services, or to discover new medical technology. But given the rate of change, it might be some challenge that nobody has yet imagined. So how do you prepare for that? You look back over your years at McMaster, and I hope you'll see the answer. You prepare by being curious, by being ambitious, ethical, and determined, by challenging assumptions and focusing on facts, and by making courageous choices, and by sometimes giving yourself the time to think slow. Whatever your area of study, your McMaster education has equipped you with the tools to solve critical problems and to make a significant positive impact on our community. I am confident that you will take the knowledge, experience, and insights that you've gained in the last few years, and from that, you will create a world worth having. And finally, when you receive your diploma from McMaster, you'll note there's only one name on it, yours. But I suspect many people have helped you get to this day of your graduation. Family members, friends, teachers, and mentors who have supported you, inspired you, and cheered you on. So I hope you'll take some time to thank all of those people in your life who have helped you get here. The end of your studies and the granting of your degree may feel as if you're crossing a finish line, but you are actually just beginning, and I wish you the very best in your journey.
Thank you, Dr. Farrar. May I invite our Chancellor, Ms. Santee Smith, back to the podium to deliver her closing remarks.
Yoyanale, congratulations to the class of 2023. Yoyanale means in Kaingeha, well done or great work, good job. So I would like us all to say it to each other and to everyone here today. So follow after me, we'll learn phonetically. Yo, Yan, Erle. And let's put it together. Yoyanale. Okay, we're gonna do it together one more time. As loud as you can. Yoyanale. Like you mean it after the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yoyanale. Yeah, that's it. Congratulations. I've said that so many times today. So Yoyanale is another way of doing it. As a McMaster alumna, I'm looking forward to seeing where everyone goes from here in their journey. Nyawe, thank you, Taha, Andrea, Helena, and Dr. Malarkey for sharing your accomplishments with us. Congratulations on your awards. And Nyawe, thank you for the words of Dr. Schmid for sharing his journey and inspiring us to do our work and send it out into the world as well. As Karim said in the alumni address and information, you are now members of the McMaster alumni family. Dr. Farrar, thank you for sharing those words of wisdom with us. Graduates, take those words with you as you go. All the best wishes to you moving forward. And now in closing, I have a few announcements. A reception will be held for graduates and their guests immediately following the ceremony. I encourage graduates and guests to make their way up to the mezzanine level, where there's a number of photo opportunities that have been set up in and outside of the Great Hall. Finally, I would like to ask that you please remain standing at your seats until the academic procession and the graduates have left the hall. Please join in the singing of the national anthem, and after the singing of the anthem, you will be sung out by Indigenous singers Brian General and Sheldon Primo. This convocation stands adjourned.